There is a difference between owning something and mastering it. I think you will agree. Now, you may own a skateboard, but that doesn't really mean that you truly know the sport. Considering the fact that almost everyone today is a camera owner, that does not necessarily mean that one is good at the art. There is a difference between owning a camera and be really good at taking pictures that stand out. The most important parts of photography are purely non-technical, including subject, composition, lighting, mood, storytelling, posing, timing, and emotion. However, most people get stuck on the technical aspects and specifically camera settings. So you've bought your first DSLR camera and you're very eager to start DSLR photography, but don't really know where to start or what to do with your camera, or what do all these buttons are meant for? What are these settings meant for? Fortunately, learning to be a good photographer is easier today than it has ever been. Today's camera has become more than just being a camera. It's become intelligent. The auto modes available today are in fact fantastic tools to get you started with your new DSLR camera. I'll be covering all the DSLR basics here. I'll be using my Nikon camera, but don't worry if you're using a Canon or a different brand though. The terminology might vary, but the concepts remain the same. I'll try to cover them as much as possible, but still feel free to just check your manual which came with your camera to see how things are called in your camera. Now, I'm going to start off by walking you through the different parts of the camera. Next, I'll go over some basic but highly important concepts related to manual photography. That is the exposure basics. And this is where you start to take control of your camera and move over that auto mode. I'll be discussing about the crop factor of the camera and why is it so important to understand and how can it affect your pictures. Next, I get into things like the focal length, the depth of field, aperture, shutter speed, ISO, exposure triangle, histogram, white balance, focus and its various modes, and the metering modes. Now, you will continue to use and develop upon these skills throughout the rest of your photographic journey. And I understand that theory becomes overbearing and tedious very quickly. So once your camera is configured, I will be asking you to move out and do some quick assignments. Now, I'm assuming that you are an absolute beginner, somebody who has non-technical understanding of the process of taking pictures. The absolute beginner who is interested in getting serious about the art of photography. So let's begin with the basics of the camera and its parts.